So you want to be good at pull-ups. Obviously pull-ups are the king of all back exercises, and oftentimes it requires lots of different mental cues to help you to execute them properly. So in this video I'm going to show you different hacks that you can do to improve your mind and muscle connection, so that way you can improve your performance when it comes to your pull-ups as well as the technique. Let's get into it. The first cue I'd like you to think about is the concept of breaking the bar. What I mean by this is, if you think about grabbing the bar and twisting your palms in towards your face, this really helps me and my clients to better activate the biceps as well as the lats. So then you're gonna have that firm grip, you'll be able to increase your muscle activation, and therefore you're gonna have more reps and more volume and more endurance when doing this, rather than just some people just holding it off by their fingertips and doing their pull-ups like this, not really activating their muscles fully. Think about gripping on the bar tight, thumbs wrapped underneath and around the bar, and breaking the bar. So initially I'm always tilting my elbows in towards my shoulders, break the bar, boom. Improve mind and muscle connection. I can feel my lats being fired up as well as my biceps too. There's a difference between doing pull-ups just for the sake of doing reps, or doing them with intention of activating the correct muscle group. So grip the bar, twist in, break that bar, grip tight. A lot of the time I also see people gripping the bar and doing pull-ups like this, hanging off of their fingertips. And this is not sufficient with developing enough forearm strength for you to be able to eventually progress onto doing muscle up. So always remember, grip the bar tight, break the bar, twist it in, activate your biceps, your lats and your rear shoulders. The next mental cue I'd like you to think about is scapular retraction. What this means is a motion where you pull your shoulder blades down and back like this. So if I show you from behind, this is my scapula just in a normal position. This is retraction. So you can see that I'm pulling my shoulder blades down and back to initiate the pull-up. So imagine there's an apple in between here. We crush that apple, boom, and then we drive the elbows down into the ground. This is gonna help us fire our lats, targets your lats, your trapezius, your rhomboids, so that way all the muscle groups are connected as one. It's all about improving that mind and muscle connection. So if we were to apply this to the pull-ups, let's check it out. Now I'm on the high bar, scapular retraction, arms locked out, and then drive the elbows down into the ground. Boom, boom. We can slow this down, decrease the rep range, so that way we can better feel our back muscles working. Boom, like that. To help you picture this motion, try doing scapular pull-ups initially. So arms locked out, feet together, pull the shoulder blades down and back, and let our belly button pull up as we come. Notice how our arms are fully locked out. A lot of you guys will do it with the arms bent and then do scapular retraction like this. That's no good, because we're not isolating our lats fully. So arms locked out, the biceps are doing no work at all, only the shoulder blades. All right, and then eventually you'll be able to scapular retract, elbows down to increase the bar. The next cue I like you to think about is to think of your body as a pen whenever you're doing pull-ups. So visualize my iPhone being a pen. Now, when I move this phone, does the shape change? No, it remains a solid, and that's where the tension lies. So we want to imagine our body straight as the pen, keep everything tight, everything engaged, everything in a nice alignment. So when we do pull-ups, we want to think about our head being in line with our shoulders, being in line with our hips, being in line with our toes. So if we were to do this on the high bar, I'll show you. If we were to do pull-ups, notice how my body is in a straight line. I go up, chin increase the bar, I come down, I lock my arms out fully to ensure full range of motion. So that's 2, 3, 4, and 5. That's what a good form looks like. Whenever I teach my online clients, I always say, think of your body like a pen, because I try to replicate everything like in competition format. So if you were to enter a calisthenics competition, would you get disqualified because of your form? Yes. So that's why we're going to do it the correct way to avoid getting disqualified, right? Now, another question that you may have is, but Pat, what if the bar that I'm using is quite low and I can't keep my body straight, I'm gonna show you a little cue for this situation. If the bar that you have is low, we can still apply the pen method, but we just need to bend our knees, extend our knees back, and you notice how my head is in line with my hips and knees. And when I come up, my knees remains in line like this. I don't use my hips to assist. No, we wanna isolate the lats, so core tight, glutes tight, lower body engage. Only the lats are doing the moving, and the biceps too. Okay, so whenever we do pull-ups, none of this stuff, that's CrossFit. Use the full strength, and if you're struggling to do that, drop back to using resistance bands. Build volume and build strength from that, and eventually you'll be able to do it clean. The final cue I'm going to be showing you is called the hollow body pull-ups. Now, if you find that you can crank out 8 to 10 reps of pull-ups consistently for 2 to 3 sets, it may be time to go to the next level by activating your core a lot more. Oftentimes when I see people do their pull-ups, lots of their back is being actively engaged, but their core is lacking. Their lower back is arched, they're in an anterior pelvic tilt, right? So what we want to do is we want to squeeze our core and glutes. So think about pulling your belly button back towards the spine, tucking your pelvis in to go into a posterior pelvic tilt, and then you do pull-ups like this rather than arch back, okay? Because when you have the core involved, this is going to translate into everything that you do with calisthenics, from doing parallel dips, push-ups, muscle up, front lever, because your core is going to be better activated. You're going to condition it, and when you're training for these skills, you're going to have an easier time because your core are already strong. So I'm going to show you what a bad form looks like when it comes to arch pull-ups. So this is the form that I used to do. Notice how, look, my lower back is arched. Okay, so think about bracing the core. Boom, hollow body, core tight, glutes tight. Bam, 2, 3, 4. So suddenly from doing 5 reps with arch form to now doing it with posterior pelvic tilt, 3 reps feels a lot more harder. So I want you guys to challenge yourself and do it with correct form, everything in competition format, so that way you don't disqualify, so that way you practice everything with good form, so that way you can improve your strength, endurance and skills. And don't be afraid to take a step back, use resistance bands. If you cannot do 3 to 5 reps clean with pull-ups, it's okay to drop down to resistance band, practice good form. You want to do everything clean, so that way you don't get disqualified. And that is all for this video, guys. I hope you have found value from this. Please take in as many info from this video as you can and apply it into your training. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up and consider subscribing, so that way you can come back for more video like this one. Thank you so much for watching. Catch you in the next video.